Hello, hello. Welcome back to another Legacy CNC project video. Now today is going to be video number 1 on a new project. We're going to be doing a smaller one this time, so it's only going to be 2 videos, and that is the Asian themed wall shelf. So what we're going to be producing today are these, the actual shelves. And they have some detail work on the horizontal table as well as some custom joinery that needs to take place on the vertical workstation. So come with me and let's head on over to the Maverick 4x4 CNC system to see how these components are made. Let's kick things off by showing a different method of holding parts down to a horizontal work table. Here we're using double stick tape. Now the reason we're using double stick tape is because the part is already cut to size, and the cutting procedure that's going to take place is going to be cutting along 3 of the 4 edges. So we don't have any clearance for clamps or fixtures. This hold down method requires flat, clean surfaces, and I'm making sure that I'm referencing to the edge of my table. You can see one of the slots, the T slots there, and also to the end of the table. That's where I'm squaring up my part to make sure that it is square to the machine. Now the cutter that we're using is an 1.5" core box cutter from Magnate, and it's simply putting a profile shape around the edges of the part. This also could be done with a router table, but I like this method because it's a little bit safer because I don't have to get my hands close to the cutter. While watching this, I noticed the first and third passes are climb cutting, but the second is undercutting, which has high potential of tearing out. I went and found out that this is automatically done in Aspire's CAD/CAM software to save on repositioning time. If I wanted to fix this in the program, I would need to break each pass into separate toolpaths. My preferred method of removing double stick tape is using a wedge. A cheap chisel works great for this. For the smaller shelf, I'm making sure to mount the blank in the same position by referencing the lower left corner of the blank. This time we got some bad tear out from that second pass, so as a quick fix, I simply cut the blank narrower on a table saw, enough to remove all the tear out marks. Now we're ready to add the custom shaped dados to the edges of each part. In order for the inside corners of the dado joints to have square corners, we needed to use the vertical workstation to hold the parts in the correct orientation. The straight fence along the bottom ensures the parts are square to the machine. During the dado cut, there are 2 spots that often tear out. By drilling these first, it helps reduce the chances for any tear out along those exposed edges. These strong hand dog clamps are some of my favorite clamps to use in this workstation. And you can see it makes it fast and easy to get parts in and out of the machine. Now it's hard to see this during the cutting shot, but each dado has a unique shape that matches the position and curvature shape of the upright they will be joined to, which means the edges of the dado have a slight curve to them. Now, even though these are pretty simple parts to make on a CNC system, I sometimes take it for granted of how would I actually reproduce this without CNC, especially the joinery, because these edges have a slight curve to them to match the curved component that we're going to make in the next video. And so that would take some finesse and some template making and a bunch of other steps in order to actually make that type of cut. So it's really cool that we're able to still take something very simple, but do it very fast using the multi-workstation on the CNC system. So keep an eye out for that next video. That will be video number 2. If you're interested in learning more about a legacy CNC system and what it can do for your woodworking capabilities and business opportunities, head on over to our website at legacywoodworking.com. Now there's a pile of videos right here on our YouTube channel. Feel free to have some fun watching those. And as always, thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys in that next video.